In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to find the vector cross product between two three-dimensional vectors which are in component form using the basis vectors I, j and k. Now you could try to draw this, but really drawing in 3 dimensions is difficult and probably more confusing than helpful. So I'm going to follow the procedure. So cross product A cross B is calculated as the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. The first row of the matrix has the basis vectors I, j, k. Now it's important we get the order correct. The first vector, the coefficients go in the second row, so 2, 1, negative 1, and the coefficients of the second vector go in the third row, 4, 2, minus 1. Now, in order to find the determinant of this matrix, I'm going to follow the usual pattern where I'll work across the first row, and I need to, when I'm using the first term I, I'll have the determinant of the submatrix which excludes the column and row including the term or the value of I. So this is the submatrix, and the determinant of this will be AD minus BC. So 1 times this is minus 1, and this times this is negative 2. Now I'll sort out all the extra negatives in a moment. We always subtract the second term, and this will be multiplied by J, excluding the middle column and the top row. The submatrix is 2, 4, minus 1, minus 1. So that's negative 2. Subtract negative 4. We add the last one and we'll multiply by element k, excluding the top row and the last column. 2 2s are 4, minus 1's 4 is 4. Now don't try to do all the extra negatives and so forth in your head. Simply follow the pattern. It's positive for the first, then subtract for the second, positive for the third. It is for each of these something, take something else, and it is AD take BC from the submatrix. Now we'll figure this out. Negative of negative 2 is positive 2, so negative 1 plus 2 is 1, and that's therefore just positive I. Here we have negative of negative 4, that's positive 4. 4 minus 2 is 2, so this is minus 2j. And then we have 4 take 4 is 0k. And that's the cross product. That's a vector. Cross product produces a vector result. Now, like I said, we could try to draw this, but it's much easier to check using a graphic calculator. So, we need to find the cross product function on the calculator. We'll do this by accessing the options key, and then matrices and vectors. We have to move 2 spaces to the right, and cross product is F3. Now we have to this is like function notation, we have to give it 2 values, 2 parameters separated by a comma. Our first one is vector A. That's vector A there. So just exit the menus back to the top level, go maths, and then matrices, and I'll put this as a 3 by 1 column, and this vector is 2, 1, negative 1, 2, 1, negative 1. Put a comma to separate them. My second vector was 4, 2, minus 1. Close the brackets at the end of the cross product function. Now cross our fingers, and we've got, this is 1 times I minus 2 times j plus 0 times k, which is what we produced.